Hey guys, it's Jenna, and today I am deciding to do a Yu-Gi-Oh! Favorites video. And the reason I decided to do this type of video is because I feel like it's never really been done before, and I've never watched anything like it, so I thought I would try it out. So first off, I'm going to start with the anime. And I'm going to start off with one of my favorite episodes, which is Dual Identity. And I really like this episode because of two main reasons. I really like the monsters that are used in this duel by both Yugi and Mai, such as Harpy Lady, and Harpy's Pet Dragon, and Dark Magician and Summon Skull. And this, to me, is a self-discovery episode for both Yugi and Mai. Both of them kind of learn something. Mai learns what a true duel is about, and Yugi learns to trust the Pharaoh, and I really feel like Yugi and the Pharaoh start to become friends in this episode. Okay, so next I'm going to move on to my favorite season of Yu-Gi-Oh!, which I absolutely love, which is Season 4, Waking the Dragons. And I really like Waking the Dragons because I think it's an overall cool concept. Like the three legendary dragons, the Eye of Timaeus, the Claw of Hermos, and the Fang of Critias. I really like those, and I wish they were actually cards. And I really like the Seal of Rankalkos too. I mean, I don't like how it can take souls, but I find it really interesting that playing a card unlocks that ancient magic that can take someone's soul. So that is why I find it interesting. And I also really like a lot of the monsters that are used in here, such as when Raphael uses Gardeniatos, I instantly fall in love with it, and I'm like, I need Gardeniatos. And I also, like I said before, really like the legendary dragons. Okay, now I'm going to name my last favorite anime, and then I'm going to name my top 5 spell trap cards and also monster cards and my top 3 extra deck. So another one of my favorite episodes from the anime is Dawn of the Duel. And so I really feel like Seasons 1 through 5 are kind of all about the Pharaoh and Yugi and the Pharaoh working together to defeat evil and gaining his lost memories. And I feel like in Dawn of the Duel, the Pharaoh has to relive his ancient past in Egypt, which I think is very cool, and I think the whole point of Yu-Gi-Oh! Up to Dawn of the Duel is finally said within those episodes. So that is why I really like Dawn of the Duel. Now to my favorite cards. Well, one of my first favorite cards is Dark Magician Girl. Now I really like Dark Magician Girl because she's so pretty, and yeah, that's one of the main reasons. She's super pretty, and I like her in the anime and how she helps Yugi a lot through things, and I think that made me love her even more, and I get to see how she was used in battle, and so I really like that too. And I saw how helpful she was to him, so I'm like, I need Dark Magician Girl. She's awesome. So, I love the Dark Magician Girl. Another one of my favorite monsters, and I kind of said before with watching Dual Identity, Harpy's Pet Dragon. Now, while watching that episode, I'm like, wow, this dragon is powerful, and I gotta put this in my deck. And she's so pretty. Well, I like the way she looks and her little chains on top, and so like I need Harpy's Pet Dragon. So I got it. Another one of my favorite monsters. Also watching from the anime and watching Joey use it. Red Eyes Black Dragon. I really like the Red Eyes Black Dragon. I think it's really cool looking, and it helps him a lot in the anime, and I'm like, you know, this will probably help me a lot, so I wanted to get Red Eyes, and I love it, and really powerful and cool dragon. I also said this before, I saw Raphael use this in the anime when he dueled Yugi, and he just dominated with this card, so I'm like, I need this Guardian to protect my deck and to add power to it. And it looks really cool. Garniachos. And Garniachos has been really useful and really cool card. And it has this ability where if you have no monsters in your graveyard, you can automatically summon it to the field. Or special summon it to the field. So it's not that hard to summon, and it's a really cool monster. And last but certainly not least, for my favorite monsters is Blue Eyes White Dragon. Now, of course, I saw Kaiba use this a lot throughout the anime, and I saw how much it helped him, and I'm like, I need this dragon. It's really cool looking, and it's very powerful, and it's like the most powerful normal dragon, and I'm like, I need this dragon in my deck. And also, this particular card I got from a friend of mine in elementary school, and I kept it ever since. And look at the card sleeve. Blue eyes. Now on to spells and traps. Everyone, I think, has to have this in their deck. The one and only Mirror Force. Very useful. I think that's enough said. I mean, it destroys all your opponent's monsters. I told you guys how I like watching Dual Identity in my duel, so Mirror Wall. This is very useful because it stays for the duration of the whole battle phase of your opponent, unless if you pay 2,000 life points, which I don't really do, but I could. And it has the attack of all opposing monsters, or has the attack on the monster when they attack, so it makes them a lot easier to destroy. This next card. Kind of an equivalent to Dark Hole, but I think it's a better version of Dark Hole. Because this card, although it requires you to discard one card, it only destroys the Fate-Stun monsters on your opponent's side of the field and not your own monsters, which I really like. And this card saved my butt quite often and is very useful. Lightning Vortex. I think all these cards, all these small track cards I'm mentioning are a must-have in your deck. And of course, the Swords of Reviewing Light prevents your opponent from attacking for 3 turns. Really good card. And I don't know what I would do without this card. Mystical Space Typhoon. Let's say your opponent activates the Mirror Force, you just activate this and continue on with your attack. Gotta love MST. Okay, so I told you guys how I was a fan of Waking the Dragons. So I wanted to get the Eye of Timaeus, so I did. Now, the other dragons, at least from what I saw, aren't actual cards. And even this, it's a spell card. It's not an actual monster I can use to attack. But I can use this to attack. I can combine this with Dark Magician Girl or Dark Magician. And I can form 2 my 3 favorite extra deck monsters. One is Dark Magician Girl, the Dragon Knight. Told you guys I love Dark Magician Girl. I love the Eye of Timaeus. I love Waking the Dragons. Perfect fit. Enough said about that. I love Dark Magician Girl the Dragon Knight. I love her special ability of being able to destroy an opponent's monster. And also, really pretty and cool looking. Amulet Dragon, also really pretty and cool looking. And powerful, because it's more powerful than Dark Magician Girl the Dragon Knight. And it gains 100 attack for every for every spell card that you want to banish from your graveyard or your opponent's. So you can banish spell cards from your opponent's graveyard and it gains attack from that, which is very useful. And I like the way it looks too. And last but certainly not least of all my favorite monsters in Extra Deck, I like the Dark Magician, I like Buster Blader, and I like watching the anime where Yugi battles Kaiba, and Yugi uses this to cream Kaiba. Dark Paladin. I love Dark Paladin, and if you have a dragon deck, or you're facing someone who is using a dragon deck, or both, your Dark Paladin is going to be dominating the field, because it gains 500 attack for every dragon on the field and in a player's graveyard. So it gains quite an attack if you use it in a dragon deck. And so, that was my Yu-Gi-Oh! Favorites. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching. Bye!